welcome to our spoilers review of Arabella of Mars by David Levine.
We got this at BEA, which we were both very excited for.
It was like on our list.
Because it has everything I love in life. You get me at airships. Like, I have such a weird weakness for airships. And when I was reading this and I was taking notes on it, one of my notes was, why do I love airships so much?
I wouldn't call this like an airship though. It's a space ship with like a space between space and ship.
But it's still like it's still an airship,
It's
though.
still as close as it can be to make you happy.
Yeah, because it's not spacey. That's the thing. It's not spacey. it's not.
There's air in space. Like it's like a.
It's what the Regency world would think. Like I don't like at that mentality. I don't think they thought that there was no air in space. They just probably thought, you know, it was a given. I'm a sucker for that. Like when you do that kind of stuff, like take a belief, like a
world view.
Yeah, and then make it a thing. I had no problem with it. I'm just like, yeah, let's do this.
It just took me a while to like comprehend that that was what's going on. I'm like, wait, the deck is open? How do they not suffocate? Oh, there's air in space.
I loved the three masts, like the mast on like they hooked into the side of the ship. It just like made me very happy. And then I love Regency fiction. I am such a Jane Austen buff, and that's kind of like goes against everything that I am as like a cold-hearted person, but like give me Pride and Prejudice and I'm like there.
Arabella of Mars very much operates within a Regency world. It feels like it's something that somebody could have written back in that time period. I guess like the thing is they're not breaking any gender rules, they're not breaking any like racial prejudices at all. It's very much written within what would have happened. She's not going to convince people that, oh, she's different and that she can do manly things and it doesn't reflect badly on her feminine honor.
Yeah,
that's never gonna happen.
I mean, at certain points, as would be in like a novel of the time, she is still justifying her actions by still playing a very feminine role. Like the captain falling ill and she's taking care of the captain to like, oh look, she's still a very feminine character, and I'm like, I see what you're doing. Oh, that's so clever.
Her gender is a physical thing she can't escape. Motherly affections are just can't be stopped.
Yeah, so it was just like, yeah, this does feel like something that you would have picked up and would have sat there and read to your sisters and your mother and her female companion as they played cards. I don't know, it fits.
There are some things I really would have loved to learn more about, like especially like Martian culture and what's going on down there, but we spend most of the time on the ship, learning about the ship. Like David Levine knows this ship down to a T. What happens in this book is Arabella is on Mars and she's like learning Martian ways of hunting and tracking, and her mother sees this and she's like, no. So she goes to the father and is like, listen, if this continues anymore, nobody's gonna want to marry her. We have to take her to England.
Dishonor in the entire family.
Yeah. Mother and the sister and her go to England, and Arabella's completely unhappy. She misses Martian life, she misses her father and their automatons, and then her father dies. And he leaves like their plantation to the brother, which is fine. Like she's like, whatever, that's how it goes. I really miss my father. But then she goes and stays with their cousin, and the cousin finds out that the father is dead and that he can get to Mars. So he decides to travel to Mars to assassinate the brother to inherit.
Because
he's the next one in line.
Yeah, because even though you're like the direct descendant of your father, because you're a woman, you can't inherit, so it goes to the next male relative. Think of the beginning of Sense and Sensibility.
So off he goes, and Arabella's just like, holy shit, no. I refuse. And so she goes and she figures out that if she disguises herself as a boy, then she can probably help her brother. She tries to enlist on a ship. She ends up enlisting on the Diana. Now the one thing that got me is at one point she's like, I should send a letter. And then she's like, oh, I'm too late to send a letter. Not like, could I send a letter in the morning? She just kind of gives up on the idea, and I'm like, no, go send your damn letter! But it never really got addressed.
Well, wasn't she, not just to her brother, she wanted, the last letter she was so focused on sending was to her family. Because she's like, I'm going to Mars, but I should write to my mother so she knows that I'm not, like...
Yeah, but, like, I mean, like, if she had sent that letter to her brother, the ship, probably wouldn't have gotten waylaid, and her brother would have gotten the message, and so when Simon showed up, he would have been like, Oh, really? You're just happy cousin Simon, huh? Like, that would have, like, solved the entire plot. So anyways, Arabella gets on this ship because Captain Singh sees that she has a good mind for automatons, and they have this really complex navigator, which is, like, unique to the Diana, and Captain Singh built it.
And so she spends her time as the captain's boy and learning how to do stuff on the ship, and she's kind of looked down upon because she's the youngest and she's inexperienced and nobody knows her until she gets into her first fight, and then after that the guys are like, you're cool, kid. And so she goes around, I mean, there's pirates, there's a mutiny, and it's just like intense, and I'm enjoying it because I'm like having flashbacks to reading Treasure Island as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, pirates, I love pirates. That was a lot of fun, but what surprised me the most was how early on in the book she gets revealed to be a woman. Because it's like,
No, it was
yeah, it's about halfway, almost exactly halfway. Because it's,
It was right at the end of the mutiny.
at the end of the mutiny, they're gonna whip her, and then like they rip off her shirt to like whip her back, and they realize she's a woman.
And that I found a little unbelievable, that the fact that she was a woman completely, like, disarmed all these men, and they're just like, oh, I guess we've gone too far.
Well, I get the idea that he's like, I'm not going to whip a woman.
That
like,
I get. But the fact that everything suddenly just went to shit because she was a woman was like...
Well, I think part of it was because then everybody actually kind of stopped and realizing what was happening, and the guy who started the mutiny is a little, like, asshole. So they're just like, oh, quick, a way out.
I don't know.
Because, like, that's the one thing that she said. She's like, he's a bully! And, like, just, like, spaces down the gun. And so it's just like...
But I feel like he had like a lot of supporters. Like half the ship should have been his, you know what I mean?
What I also liked about that is because now when she's outed as a woman, everyone just, like, drops. Like,
yeah.
They won't have anything to do with her, and I'm just like, it's very sad and very disappointing, but also very accurate.
Yeah, I was like, this is so accurate, but it makes me so angry. But it was so accurate.
But the one guy, the guy who she beat the living, like, shit out of, was just like,
you're cool.
You're still cool.
More of you, please. Very much operates in the confines of Regency fiction. So yeah, when they figure out she's a woman, they're like, nope, can't discuss anything but the weather.
And I mean, that's also why I was okay with the romance, just because I know the way this genre works, so I know they're gonna end up together. So I'm like, hey, any, like, mildly adorable interaction? It's cute. I get it. I know they're gonna get married. There's no fighting it. You're not gonna swoop in with another guy.
Oh, no, never. I just wish they had, like, more personal discussions. Like, they literally pretty much talk about the ship.
I just love when he's sick. And she's like out of it, she's like, come back to me.
She's so creepy. Just,
like, she was so happy that because she gets to take care of him, and I'm just like, oh my, I get why this is happening, but it's kind of creepy, because like if you're the captain and you wake up to your ship's boy being like, it's okay, Captain Singh.
I'm not gonna take your skin and wear it.
And so
it puts on the lotion.
They're almost to Mars, but there is a big uprising going on at the fort, so they can't land at the fort. So she suggests that they land on her plantation, her family's plantation, because they have a large supply of charcoal so that they'd be able to take off again. And so everybody agrees to it, and they land, and they just get swamped by Martians.
Martians are very interesting. Like, the women are the stronger ones. So this is where he kind of like takes his license and is like, yeah, feminism, I'm gonna put it in here somewhere. And so, like, you know, the women can become, like, transform into these, like, warlord creatures who have, like, they're, like, the top of the hive, and they have very much, like, a hive mentality when these warlords are present, and it's really interesting, and I wish there was more of that.
I loved the part when she tries to explain to some guys that, yeah, the women are the warriors, and they're like, no, that's impossible.
That can't happen.
Turns out that the brother had stolen an egg from the queen, and, like, the Martians were losing their mind over it. And she's like, that's not like my brother. Like, my brother's, like, he's a little naive, but, like, he'd never do that.
He's not an idiot.
But your brother's sick and in a coma, so we can't talk to him. And of course, it's Simon who did it, and, like, he, like, screws up royally. Like,
yeah, he did not expect this hoopla over just stealing the egg.
And then he buries the egg in the sand, and, like, the egg dies.
And so they're really fucking pissed.
And so she gets him alone, and she's just like, you have to own up to this
yourself.
You have to, because, you know, Martian culture, they appreciate, like, honesty. And so he's like, no, fine, I'll do it. And they go to the top of the tower, and he, like, pulls a gun on her. It's like, you're gonna say you did it. and then I'm gonna kill your brother because
Yeah, mustache twirl. Mustache twirl.
And so she like dodges and he goes flying off of the tower and I'm like, oh.
Sucking. Captain Sing's like, he dead? And she's like, yeah.
And so her brother is all freaked out now because he's like, I am very ill and I might die, and estate.
Like, it's not, you know, like the crown will get it if, you know, because there's no real other male heirs. So, you know.
You gotta marry fast, right now, do it. I have a friend, he's old, marry him, he'll die soon, and then you can remarry. Do it. Just like, I like that he suggested that. I like how he was like, you'll be happy, it's okay. 3 years tops, and then I'll die. Just like,
At least he gets it, right?
Yeah,
He's
like,
like, this is shitty.
they like she talks a lot about how much she loves her brother and how close they were, and I'm like, that's very believable. He's not like, you have to do it for the honor of the family. Like, it's just like, it sucks. I know this is not what you wanted. It's not what I want for you either, but it's the family, right?
So she's like, listen, I got this. Well, Captain Sing!
And he's like, anyone you choose has my seal of approval because I love you and I trust you. And I'm just like, bam. And she proposes to the captain and he's just like,
Yeah. He's like, well, this is coming from nowhere. You're like,
but like, it's like, they do the whole like, I admire you thing. So it's like, yeah, that's love.
the Regency version of love.
It was fun. I liked it. I had a lot of fun. I did this in 2 sittings. I think the middle is definitely the strongest part.
Really?
Yeah, like her time on the ship I liked the most. Like the beginning I found was a little slow, and then the end I was like, ugh.
I feel like there was like almost 4 parts to it. There was like the beginning, which I liked, and then there was like the piracy mutiny thing, which was like the beginning of the middle, and then there was like after she gets discovered as a woman, which is like the end of the middle, and I found that boring. And then the end was good. There was like a chunk in there when I was really bored, and then it picked up again. Yeah, like I enjoyed it. If he wrote another book in that same world, I'd be super excited. Also, the automaton seems to have somehow come to life, like the ship's navigator.
Yeah, there's some kind of magical realism there, which was kind of cool. I kind of dug it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, AI in 1812. That's what I kept thinking. I'm just like, AI.
And I'm just like, just tell me more. I
And
want
then
to know about this.
And then I started thinking about the idea of having an evil AI Regency fiction, and I started getting really, really like psyched for that. So that's something I want now.
Tell him.
A clockwork evil AI.
That'd be amazing.
I want it.
Also very easy to disassemble.
Shh.
Oh,
There
it'd be fun.
would be a way. I don't know.
It'd be fun.
Think about it. But if the AI in this ship was actually an AI and went crazy, it controls the entire ship because it's like into the entire ship.
It's Hal.
It's Hal. It's Hal. It's freaking Aiden from Alumni. It's like,
Yes.
I don't know, evil AIs.
All right, so if you have read this book, tell us what you think, because it's pretty cool. All right, see you later.